You ever feel like you were born in the wrong world? Like there's a fire in you, but everything around you keeps trying to put it out? You light a match in your soul, try to start something real, an idea, a dream, a change, but the wind howls, the rain beats down, and before the flame can even rise, the storm swallows it whole, again and again and again, until you start to question if maybe you're the problem, if maybe your fire is just too small, too weak, too fragile. But let me tell you something. That little flame is everything. You're not weak, you're wild. You're not fragile, you're fighting, and you're not failing. You're just trying to stay lit in a world that's grown comfortable in the dark. See, most people don't lose because they didn't have what it takes. They lose because they didn't protect their flame long enough to let it catch. Because storms don't wait. Life doesn't wait. The world will throw wind at every spark of courage. It'll drench every idea that threatens the status quo. And if you're not careful, you'll start building your identity around extinguishment. But the ones who change things, the ones who burn brighter than their excuses, they don't run from the storm, they become the storm. You've got a fire that could change your life, a fire that could light the way for others, but you keep hiding it, tucking it away under safety, under silence, under not yet. Why? Because someone once told you not to dream too loud, because you failed once and thought that meant never try again, because they mocked your first spark and you believed their laughter more than your light. But listen closely, your flame is real, even when it flickers, even when it's small, even when you're holding it with trembling hands in the middle of the darkest night. It's still yours, and it still matters. You think the ones who made it had perfect fire? They had persistence. They shielded their match through years of wind, ridicule, self-doubt, and setbacks. They cupped their hands around it when no one else cared. They kept striking again and again and again until something finally caught, until the fire became too bright to ignore. The difference between the forgotten and the legendary? Refusal. Refusal to be blown out. Refusal to shrink in the face of wind. Refusal to let the storm win. You have no idea how close you are. One more try. One more risk. One more moment where you hold the line and say, no, not this time. I'm not giving up again. That's when it happens. That's when sparks become wildfires. That's when ordinary people ignite extraordinary lives. But you've got to protect it. You've got to stop handing your flame to people who don't even want to see light. Some will mock it. Some will fear it. Some will try to put it out just to feel safer in their own darkness. Let them. You're not here to be understood by everyone. You're here to burn so bright that the right ones find you through the smoke. And yes, it's exhausting, fighting the storm, defending your dream, striking that match every morning when the world keeps whispering, why bother? But here's the truth, no one tells you. The storm isn't here to stop you. It's here to shape you, to test your resolve, to teach you how to protect what matters, to force you to dig deep enough to find a flame that can't be blown out. Because when you finally light it, for real, when you find that moment where your flame catches and rises and roars, you'll see it was worth every storm, every failure, every lonely night you had to believe in yourself when no one else did. You don't need more motivation. You don't need more time. You need to decide. Decide that your fire is non-negotiable, that your life will not be defined by fear, fatigue, or failure, that your flame is the beginning of everything. Strike the match. Even if it's raining, strike the match. Even if you're tired, strike the match. Even if no one else believes in the fire but you. You were born to burn, not to be consumed but to illuminate, not to destroy but to transform, and not just your own path but the paths of everyone who's still stuck in the dark, waiting for someone brave enough to shine first. Be that someone. Be the fire.